For this week's content mastery video, I'm going to start by explaining the process of communication. So, communication is like a back and forth exchange of messages between people. It starts with someone having a thought or idea they want to share. Then they put that idea into words, gestures, or other signs. These messages are sent to another person or group of people, and the receivers then interpret the message, trying to understand what the sender is trying to say. This process involves both sending and receiving messages, and effective communication happens when the sender's messages is understood by the receiver, and the feedback or the receiver's response completes the cycle of communication, and is a big deal in the workplace because it's how everyone shares information, make plans, and works together. The managers especially need to be good at it because they are like the glue that holds everything together. They need to be able to talk to their team, listen to their ideas, and make sure everyone knows what's going on, what are their roles, and hold everybody accountable. Without good communication, things can get messy and work might not get done right. And there are two main types of communication, that is formal and informal. So, formal communication is like official things like meetings, emails, or reports. It is important because it helps keep everyone on the same page, on track, and make sure important information gets passed along. On the other hand, informal communication is more casual, like chatting or with co-workers at lunch or in the break room. This is also important because it helps build relationships and can make work more enjoyable and the workplace more in sync. Plus, sometimes people share important information in informal chats that might not come up in formal meetings. Next, I'm going to explain the importance of nonverbal communication. So, nonverbal communication is another big part of the communication puzzle. This is things like facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. Even though we are not saying anything with our words, our body language can still send messages. For managers, this is super important because it can affect how their team sees them and how well they understand the message. For example, if a manager looks angry while giving feedback, their team might feel scared or defensive. But if they look friendly and open, their team might be more likely to listen and understand and make effective changes. So, to sum it up, communication is super important in a workplace, especially for managers. They need to be good at both formal and informal communication to keep the things running smoothly. Plus, they need to pay attention to the nonverbal communication to make sure that their messages get across in the right way. When managers communicate well, everyone wins. The team works better together and the business can be more successful.